listening to the president yesterday, and he made some statements, and I have a lot of questions, and I'm sure we all have. Now, if you are telling me that it's going to cost $48 million, okay, for off-site projects like the roads and all that, and then another 68 million for on-site electricity, water, and all that, I mean, making sure that the whole project is complete. The question I have is this: how much, Roland and Bella, is this new project of 8,000 units going to cost? Why and how have they failed to fetch us how much exactly is going to cost them to complete this? All we know is that it's going to be 40% borne by government and 60% borne by the private entity that is collaborating with governments for this very project. Okay. So a project that you haven't told me how much it would cost, how are you determining how much it will be when it is finished? That is number one. You haven't told me how much you're using to even build it. Maybe I'm not a contractor, so I don't understand. But you can already determine how much it would cost when it is done. Okay, number two, these are lands that belong to families, belong to individuals. Some way, somehow, government was able to acquire all these lands, but initially, they were supposed to be for farming. 203 acres, that's what we are talking about. So we've got 203 acres for farming, and our schools are hungry.
Planting for food and jobs.
Exactly. We've got 203 acres of pure, like, very fertile land that we cannot dedicate for farming to feed our schools, to support free SHS. Free SHS was introduced when? 2016? How many years has it been? So in 6 years, if we were cultivating this 203-acre land to feed our schools, would we be where we are right now? Number three, why doesn't it have parliamentary approval? And already sword has been cut. The Committee of Housing in Parliament are already complaining that, listen, this was supposed to have come to us yesterday. It didn't come, and the sword has been cut. So it's okay that the road minister can also just abolish road tolls without parliamentary approval. The president can go and cut a sword. Is this an animal kingdom? I've got too many questions. Now, why can't we just complete Saglemi? And the way Saglemi has sat for a very long time, when it is completed, would a studio apartment, which is costing $13,000 now for, is it Kaswa or Weja? This one, where is it? Is it Kaswa or Weja?
This one is around Pokwase.
Pokwase. So is it going to be the same, or Saglemi is going to be more? Because if you are giving it to a private sector, for the private sector to complete it, then wouldn't we have defeated the initial purpose of affordable housing? Manuesi,
very necessary. Very necessary.
Well, when you see the briefing, according to the pricing that has been displayed in the proposal, as communicated by the Works and Housing Minister, because this is going to be foremostly by that bigger international group based in Morocco or the Arab world. We also have state housing as part of it. DefTraco is also part of it. So they say that this is the most of the affordable houses you can ever find.
The most. The most.
Okay.
Yes. Can Ghanaians afford? I mean, if I have to pay about 1.2 million.
The government is not the one that is off-taking or building these facilities.
We understand. They are bearing 40% of it.
Yeah,
and
sure,
the international body is taking 60%.
Because they have to prepare the place, putting electricity, the roads, the other ancillary facilities.
But does it make it affordable? And I was surprised when the housing minister described this very project as distinct and exceptional in so many ways. Good morning, housing minister. Mr. Sensu Boachi. Is the surname Boachi? Yes. Good morning to you. But I love the fact that this is distinct and this is exceptional in so many different ways. And whatever that means, I just hope that maybe by the time it is done in 18 months.
Will it be done?
Honey, and you know what? Do you know what clicked me while I was thinking about it? So we were promised that Agenda 111, when it started, was going to be finished in 18 months. So are we just a people who just apportion some time frame to whatever project that
the
it is?
President said,
well,
let's quickly go through our lineup for this morning. We'll come back to this conversation. Maybe we'll give you an opportunity to tell us what you think about it. But of course, Johnny's Bites will be coming your way right after that. Roland Walker will be coming your way with the big issue. And this morning we have Malik Basintale and Mr. George Ayisi. We're talking about government's new affordable housing. And maybe Cookie should join this panel because she has quite a lot to say on this matter. And we should have the president and the housing minister here to answer questions directly. But aside that, we'll also be talking about the teacher group who are criticizing the National Teaching Council of implementing the licensure regime unlawfully. And then after, we'll go into another conversation this morning with Godwin Asidiba. He has a fantastic story coming up later today. It's a documentary about menstrual period and hygiene. And he was able to visit some communities where he discovered some very unbelievable things. And he'll share with us ahead of the premiere tonight. So Godwin will be joining us alongside Lucia Adai Interior, I believe that's her name. It was on the screen. So there it is. Lucia Adai Interior. She's a chairperson, Lady Pharmacists Association of Ghana. And so she'll be sharing with us exactly what the situation is like. And the biggest concern, why we've been calling for taxes to be scrapped of pads. And even till now, we still haven't gotten any information on that as to whether it's going to happen or not. So look forward to that conversation and more right here. We'll take a quick break. And when we get back, Saglemi or Pokwasi, which is which? We'll be back. You're welcome back, and this is TV3Newday. It's good to have you join us this morning. You can watch us on Facebook Live at TV3 Ghana, also on DSTV channel 279. Tweet at us and let us know what you make, especially of this particular situation concerning the new housing project that has been announced by government. And later today, we're expecting that the housing minister will give some answers as to exactly what the details are with regards to this new housing project and why we even need it at this point when Saglemi is rotting. And we've been told that we need some extra money, maybe about $100,000 and more. $100 million, dollars and more to finish it up.
Correcting you on the figures.
To finish it up. I mean, let's go into the details maybe at this point so that you get exactly what we mean by that. So already $198 million has been expended on the project. The president said that a further $68 million is required to complete the buildings and other essential on-site infrastructure projects. And then another amount will also be needed. Let's hear from the president on exactly what he said.
Government has to raise additional financing to the tune of 46 million United States dollars to complete the off-site infrastructure works. 68 million United States dollars are required to complete the buildings and other essential on-site infrastructure works.
And this is why he says that the Saglemi projects will be too expensive to complete. Of course, there are conversations about how to ensure that it is completed eventually, according to what we're told. And so that's why there's a new housing project that has been announced. We're told that it's going to be done in 2 phases. So 8,000 units, 4,000 in the first phase within 18 months. And within those 18 months, they're hoping to complete that. And right after that, they're going to also continue with the second phase, another 4,000 within the same time period. My only concern, first of all, is that Saglemi started under the previous government. Now, the new government took over and said that it was not necessarily done in the favor of Ghanaians, which is why they abandoned it for so long and left it to rot. Now, if you look at the time frame, if elections happen and the NDC wins, that means that the MPP is out of power. Are they also now going to come and tell us that, well, even though they've started the new phase of the project, we don't think that it was done in the favor of Ghanaians, and so we cannot complete that. Let's go back to Saglemi. And then what happens? Because we're very good at starting projects and never completing because we're running out of time and another government is taking over. Let's take a look at what's on your screen at the moment to see the cost per unit of national affordable housing. So the studio apartment is going to cost you $13,800 US, and the city equivalent is 165,600. Is that 65,000 or 165 million? One of them, 165,600. Okay. Yes. Now, one bedroom is going to cost you $20,000, $20,700. And so if you do the city equivalents, that's $248,400. 400 Ghana cedis. 2 bedrooms will cost you $34,500. And if you change that into cedis, that's 414,000 Ghana cedis. 3 bedroom, $42,550,000, which will cost you 510,600 Ghana cedis. This is the cost now. Inflation has not been factored into all of this because we know that our cedi is not stable. Yeah. And, you know, per what the finance minister told us 2 days ago, our cedi losses value by some over 30% or so. And so if inflation keeps happening and our cedi keeps weakening against the US dollar and the pound sterling and the euro, what's going to happen to the real value of these buildings? And which is what we want to hear from you. What do you make of this? Is it really affordable, like we've stated in you know, with the figures that you have seen on the screens? Call us now and share with us what your thoughts are on this, guys.
Let's put the figures back on the screen again. 400 and that's a 2-bedroom.
But I wish they could even break it down.
And then 3-bedroom is.
Yeah, that's right. So I wish they could break it down to tell us how many of these. Sorry.
It's not bad. Only that the ordinary Ghanaian like us cannot afford it.
Okay, then it is bad.
Yeah, the average people like us, we can't afford it.
Then it is bad because I would have loved for them to even break it down further to tell us how many of the 8,000 are 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, so that we know that if you have a family, I mean, if you're starting out life and you already probably have 2 children or a child, or let's just say 3 children. So let's say the target of many average Ghanaians or average Ghanaian homes or families would be the 3 bedroom. And if you're talking about 510,600 Ghana cedis now, I mean, this is just August. So let's just say that inflation hits further because we know it will go up. And then exchange
government
rates,
says it will go down. They're doing everything they can to ensure. They've even predicted
that it will come down to
go further down. No, yeah, so
we should work with 510.
In case it does,
we should work with 510. Okay, so we're going to work with 510 for 3 bedrooms. I mean, because if I'm going to buy one of these, then because I'm considering my future, I would not even waste time buying a studio apartment, 1 bedroom or anything. Maybe from 2 bedroom, that is what I'll buy. But if I have plans of making children in future, then 3 bedroom is the target. Would my colleagues, Bella and you, our friends out there, people who are going to be calling us right now, would they be able to afford 510,000 Ghana cedis when this is ready? And what's the plan? Are they going to give us a mortgage? Are they going to stretch it over a period of time for us? Is it down payment of the entire 100%, which is 510?
Or they're just going to... They're going to take down payments of the entire... No, like...
So then what is it? So they will give us time to be able to pay? Okay.
Let's look at the elements for consideration for a buyer. So the affordability elements, value for money audits, feasibility, price comparative advantage, marketability, presence of other amenities, good roads. I mean, with Saglemi, even, you know, electricity and all those things, we said they were not done, and which is why they said it was not done in the favor of Ghanaians. Now we're hearing this as well. We'll see. Location, proximity to center of the city.
It's in Pokwase.
Let's hear... Oh, Pokwase is not that bad, honestly.
It's closer to town.
Pokwase is not that bad. They've done the overpass.
So it's closer to town.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you, sir. What's your name?
My name is Abdulman. I'm calling from Wa.
Abdul, so what do you make of this affordable housing project that has been introduced? Is it really affordable?
My dear sister, Bella, this country, we are not serious at all.
Why?
We are not serious at all. To me, they should have think of how to complete the Asagaleme before doing any other additional housing project. Because some of these things standing there, we are just wasting our own resources. And we are crying here that we don't have money, we are going to IMF, a whole lot. And these houses are just there rotten. People are sleeping outside. They can't even, at least it's very sad to be a Ghanaian, seriously. Now Ghana is just like, I don't even know what to say. Sometimes you feel sad to be a Ghanaian. But we are just wasting our resources. So to me, that new project they are talking about is just useless. It can't. It's not. There's no way it's going to help us.
But the president said that Saglemi is too expensive to complete, which is why they are not going to.
Already the structures have been raised. It just level it finishes, and this one you have to start. So there's no way they would say that one is expensive.
All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for speaking to us. And you can also call us and share with us what you make of this situation. I'm thinking about something because I know that the housing sector or the real estate sector is mostly private in this country, which is why they are charging exorbitant prices. Sometimes they inflate the prices so much, you're wondering if you're even really paying the real value for the house when you move and you realize there's so many issues. My only concern is there a way that governments can step in and say that let's try to regulate to an extent the prices of some of these homes, which are already out there? Most of them are empty anyway, because I hear they're not even getting buyers. All those houses are empty. Why are we not trying to regulate it to an extent so that we can make it affordable to a large extent instead of building new houses? Cookie.
We have a caller from Winneba. Good morning. Please give us your name. Good morning.
Hello, Bella, Cookie, and Roland. Good morning.
Yes,
Good morning.
sir.
How are you?
I'm blessed, and you?
We're all right. We're
Please,
trying to be all right.
book one of these homes.
I'm William, calling from Winneba.
Okay, William.
For the sake of my grandmothers and grandfathers at village, I think the figures that we are seeing it there, it should be explained in our local dialect, like Chi, since Chi is a dominated language that we speak. The amount figure that I'm seeing there, 5 billion, old currency, 5 billion, 4 billion, 2 billion, and then 1 billion. And it's American Chia. Me mamia otipokuyase oko jasuko diga na so oko san owomba na nanom be 5 so onkoto edanya 5 billion in this present condition. But the amount say we have a land that can be dedicated for farming. Our politicians, this morning I am bleeding inside. We have a land. School children are crying for food. We have a land. Last time I listened to Nigeria, and then the president of Nigeria has dedicated a land meant for farming. So the unemployed youth are to go to the land and farm and feed themselves. In Ghana, we have such a fertile land, and our politicians, I'm crying. I'm a young person. In fact, this morning I am weeping. I'm sitting on my bed weeping. Why our politicians are taking our life for granted just like that? How? 5 billion, 3 bedroom. By the way, God bless you for the good work you are doing for Mother Ghana. God bless you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for your time as well. Thank you. And that's the plight of many Ghanaians this morning, singing the same song, wailing to the same dirge that's being played.
Wailing to the
Same dirge, yeah, that's being played.
Well, Godwin says that to start a project and to finish an already existing one, as a layman, which one makes sense? And then we'll have Mensa Eben. He says 5 billion. Media village till I die.
Meaning, no crazy, Omba City, right?
That's what he says.
Okay, no problem at all. No problem at all. Anyway. But
I think to be realistic,
Maybe hold on. Yeah,
yes.
David is on the line.
Hold
Hello,
on.
David. To be realistic, David, what do you have to say?
Good morning, Cookie,
Good morning.
Bella and Roland.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, I just want to say this about the new project that is happening in Kumasi.
Okay.
See, Accra is really congested, and anybody with foresight would want to decongest Accra. Kumasi is okay, and there's a project that has already been started. Why don't you complete that project and let's set something there? You can take, let's say, STC to those going to Kumasi. They move from the center of Accra to Pokwasi. Then they bought from Pokwasi to Kumasi. They move those going from, going to Cape Coast. You move those buses to Kasua. And then we can find some of the government agencies should go as far as those places so that Accra can be decongested. And that's how we open up a city. But starting a new housing project in Pokwasi and thinking that it is just the center of the city, so it is close by to Accra, whilst we need to decongest, it's not a perfect idea. It might be good, but for now, we can do better.
It's
Our
not.
politicians, our engineers, our thinkers should be on the table looking for solutions to our problem, not new projects. When will he finish?
When will he
Even
finish?
what he promised God, he's not been able to fulfill. And he's making promises to us again.
Which one did he promise
National
God?
Cathedral.
Ah.
That's the one he promised to God.
Okay.
He's not done with
Yes,
that one, and this one is a promise to
cathedral.
man.
Yeah. So this man's promise.
Yeah.
Okay. So Muhammad
God
Ajiman says,
promise.
I've come to the conclusion that governments in Ghana don't want to continue existing projects of their predecessors. President Kufuor started affordable housing.
Exactly.
Professor Mills came and abandoned it and then proposed STS. President Mahama came and started his own almost near completion at Sagleme. President Kufuor abandoned it. And we have now started another affordable housing.
Were they really affordable? I remember that this issue with President Kufuor starting that affordable housing, when some of them were completed, the question was it affordable? It was empty for quite a while. And even that, I remember that Achia had mentioned that they were going to complete it and make it available. Have they completed those ones? If we don't have those ones completed yet, then what's the concern? Plenty issues. But anyway, Johnny is going to bite. Let's hope he doesn't bite on affordable housing because a baby piece. So we'll be back. Keep watching.
Sometimes our people